Hi, I'm Lucian, the designer for Eden Left Behind, a narrative mech exploration TTRPG. I was having a conversation with the GM I play under, and he brought up something that I hadn't really considered, but I think we have probably all experienced at one point or another. When the GM brings in an NPC who's meant to be very influential and very important, but players just refuse to cooperate with them. A noble with mountains of wealth and power, with a maxed out charisma score, but no way to actually get the players to do what they want. You try to roleplay them as someone with confidence, power, and sway, but players have agency, so they don't need to actually listen to what you say. I find that oftentimes players don't want to do what the NPC says because it both feels like a removal of player agency and because playing someone different from everyday townsfolk is usually what players want from their character. So, how can we make influential NPCs actually influential? Well, I have a method that I think works pretty well, and I've been doing it for a couple campaigns now. So I've got four details that you can use to show the importance of an NPC and make them feel more powerful in your setting. These four things are listed in power level from how important and influential they make the character: people, places, events, and distance. Each of these elements, when combined, will inform players and characters of the influence of an NPC. So let's make an example quickly, using the same character, shown with different levels of influence from 0 to all 4. 0 influence. The party walks into town. They pass by farmhouses, a blacksmith, the town square, and arrive at the castle. They walk through the front door into the throne room, where the king sits casually, wine in hand, and a plate of grapes beside him. To players, this king would likely be met with little to no respect. He's lounging around doing nothing. There's no obvious effect he has on the town. He's being lazy and asking something of you. Who would want to listen to him? One influence shown: people. The party walks into town. They pass by farmhouses where two farmers can be seen eating a large lunch. As they continue, a blacksmith with a line of customers accepts a shipment for metals. They pass the town square and arrive at the castle, where two royal guards ask their business before opening the gates. They walk through the front door into the throne room where the king sits casually, wine in hand and a plate of grapes beside him. This king has obviously done well for the town. The farmers are eating well, business is booming, and he has protection. The king sitting casually might still be a bit off to players. He's not quite deserving of this much leisure yet, but he's definitely a lot more important than he was before. 2 influence: people and places. The party walks into town. They pass by farmhouses, all in perfect condition, where two farmers can be seen eating a large lunch. As they continue, a blacksmith with a line of customers accepts a shipment of metals. They pass the town square, where a large fountain and statue seem to be a gathering place for townsfolk enjoying the sunny day. They arrive at the castle, where two royal guards ask their business before opening the gates. They walk through the front door into the throne room, where the king casually sits on a red and gold throne, wine in hand and a plate of grapes beside him. This king has made the town his priority. Buildings are shown to be in good condition, people are fed well, and the town square has a sense of community. The king sitting casually makes him appear as though he has earned his position. His influence is seen in both places and people. Players might feel more inclined to listen to his requests, as his leadership seems to be working for the town. 3 influence: people, places, and events. The party walks into town. They pass by farmhouses, all in perfect condition, where two farmers can be seen eating a large lunch. As they continue, a blacksmith with a line of customers accepts a shipment of metals. They pass the town square, where a large fountain and statue seem to be a gathering place for townsfolk enjoying the sunny day. Strung between buildings and on a lamp post are banners for Revival Day. Asking around the town, the citizens explain that Revival Day is a celebration for the day 10 years ago when the king was brought back from the dead after being assassinated. The townsfolk seem excited for this holiday. The party arrives at the castle, where two royal guards ask their business before opening the gates. They walk through the front door into the throne room where the king sits casually on a red and gold throne, wine in hand and a plate of grapes beside him. This king is celebrated. In addition to the previous points of being a good leader, he is obviously someone who the town admires enough to host a holiday in his honor. Such a large celebration implies that he does more for the town than the players can see. Finally, 4 influence: people, places, events, and distance. A few sessions earlier, the party is one town away. where they experience a very similar story: well kept buildings, happy townsfolk, revival day preparations. The people here can explain the holiday and mention that the king is actually one town over. Then the party can go to the castle town, and all the previous example plays out. This is a king who not only cares for the place he lives in, but the other towns in his kingdom. You could place this town even further away to show the greater effect of how far the king's influence reaches. You might have noticed that each example was a bit longer than the one before. That's completely intentional. The more you foreshadow an influential character, the more important they feel. If so many people are mentioning them, then it must be a big deal. If you're walking down the street, you'll see the crowd of paparazzi before you'll see the celebrity. So you can apply the same kind of logic to a larger scale. It works for villains too. Use these levels of influence to show how evil the Lich is, how much terror the dragon brings, how awful the plague has gotten. This is the kind of thing that you kind of want to play by ear and not have written rules for. So a guideline for making important NPCs will be in the GM section for Eden. I hope this was helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I try to respond to everyone. If you want to read the beta or play some Eden, join the Discord. I run public games there where you can experience it for yourself. If you're catching this video before Saturday, March 21st, I'm running a game on that day. So come by, I'd love to have you. I post here frequently about game design, storytelling, and Eden Left Behind. So subscribe if you're into that. Thanks for watching.